you had colored, you had Negro, you had YT, you had free YTs. When the census was first being taken, and then they switched it and then added the I on it. But originally, the first census records didn't have Indian on it. That's why I asked the Native Americans, what were you called? What were you called if India wasn't on the census records when the census records was first being taken within the colonies, even before the Trail of Tears? What were you called on the census records? Nobody knows.
Yeah, and just
So
to add on
so
to that, not to cut you off or anything, but
mhm.
just to add on to what you're saying, Anu, and the host, for the mere fact that your ancestors or the ones who came before you is labeled Negro or Black or colored, that is a high fact that you are the original American that was once here because someone gave you those titles.
Right.
Did your people tell you what tribe you was from? I could probably help out with that.
Um, yeah, because I'm originally from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn or whatever. But um, these are just my parents, like my mother and father, because they're both deceased, like I said, and both their birth certificates, because I retrieved them and I authenticated them, and it says Negro on both of them. Now they were born in the early 1950s. But I was gonna say, my mom's direct maternal line, my third great grandfather was born in New York in Nassau County in 1845. That's as far back I went on that. And then my dad's peoples, they from Pender County, North Carolina. My
Okay,
dad,
sound
my
like
dad
you.
is a first generation New Yorker.
Wow, so that sounds like North Carolina. That's your mother's side.
No, no, that's my dad's side. My mom's side, my mother's maternal line is straight up from New York. Like for instance, my third great grandfather on one of her lines, on my third great grandfather on my great grandmother's line. He was born in 1845 in Nassau County, Long Island.
Long Island.
Yep, 1845.
Did they ever tell you what tribe they was from?
That I don't know. I'm only guessing. The tribes up here is like either Shinnecock or I don't know. I got to find out. But no, they never told. They never told. They just said that we was my mother's direct maternal line straight up from New
What
York.
what what's the last names, brother? The last
Okay,
name for both.
the last name on my third great grandfather's Treadwell,
Okay.
but his father Timothy Davis, he was named Timothy Davis. That's his father, and I don't know why he named my third great grandfather Treadwell. So that's interesting right there.
And what about your mother?
My mother's, well, if you talk about my mother's father, I forgot to mention that. My mother's father's line, he's from the Florida / Georgia area, and he's a Jackson.
He's a
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's my all right. That's my people's.
Hmm.
My
Wow.
grandmother's last name was Jackson.
And
Hmm.
So
I asked you that because
that sounds
I'm from
like
North Carolina.
that.
Wow.
That's I want to I went. Hold on a second. That sounds like Blackfoot. But what were you saying? Frame the Great.
Hello.
Yeah, I was washing my hands. Hold on. But yeah, I'm from North Carolina, and the thing is, my lineage goes back to several tribes in the North Carolina area, as
Hmm.
well as Shawnee natives, Choctaw. There's so many, man. Like there's so many. The list goes on and on. Um,
We
there's
can.
there's people who married in other tribes, who united with other tribes because they had common language factors and common trading factors. Like, and that was stuff that was passed on to me as an adolescent. But if it comes down to anything, one of the major things is in the 1800s and the early 1700s, a lot of native tribes migrated back and forth from North Carolina to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So, and at that time, there was thousands of indigenous tribes that ranged at that point of time. So it can vary. It really can. As far as pinpointing an exact tribe, that would be hard. But if you want to go by the last names, like take your mom's original last name and your father's original last name, and you trace
Like
that back to the tribes that had those last names, that'll give you a more broader sense of where you belong as far as tribes, blood.
like my like my dad's last name. I got his last name obviously is Armstrong.
Armstrong, okay.
Mm-hmm. And like I
And
said, yeah, his people, like his mother and father, they were all born in Pender County, Rocky Point, North Carolina.
okay, makes sense, makes sense. So that was in, and that's in the mountain area, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe so. I'm not sure,
I think that's
but I
like
know
in,
they're from there. But I don't know if it's mountainous or not.
let's see, because I have a list.
But like I said, my mom's direct maternal line, they straight up from New York, as far as what my family told me. And like I said, I got to my third great grandfather on her direct maternal line. It goes back to 1845 in Long Island.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, my people is my grandmother's her daughter's name is Jones. Well, it was my grandfather's name. His name was Jones, and he was from the Carolinas. So I might be related to U.S. I might be related to you, for real.
Wow.
See, the ones I'm looking at, as far as what you were saying, that tribe would be the Machapongans or the Machapagas. The Machapangas was the ones who they navigated along the north from New York back and forth to North Carolina during the 1700s.
Wow. That's deep.
You see what I'm saying? And those and these are tribes that they want you to forget about. They don't even mention these. And there's another one around 1708 that did the same thing, and they're so-called extinct, but we know how that goes. And they went by the name of the Palmlicos, like Palmlico, the Palmlico tribe.
Mm-hmm. Y'all both said something interesting before about Indian didn't come into existence until a certain time on the census. So you mean to tell me was Negro there before Indian?
When I just looked at it, they be messing with stuff. But when I looked at it, yeah, it was on there. It said Negro and free something like color. Yeah,
Yeah,
both of them.
So in other words, so Negro came way before Indian then.
Yeah, we're doing the census records.
Wow.
yeah, definitely.
And we know so-called Native Americans
Indian is
ain't called
a
Negro.
new word. You know what I mean? That's like a baby word to describe so-called indigenous people, or what I would call the children of the indigenous people, or the foreigners who migrated over here and claim indigenous status.
They put it in the political system, so they basically like own that name Indian. So then they determine who would be under that. That's what they
Right.
did. So because it's not new, but it's just new in their system, and they waited for a convenient time to do that.
So the so-called NAs or so-called Native Americans, in order for them to be really, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, in order for them to be really so-called indigenous, so to speak, they would have had Negro from the beginning on their census, correct?
Wait, say it one more time.
All right.
Yeah,
You guys said that,
hold on, in order for them to be indigenous, they would have to be labeled as Negro, right?
right. That's what I was asking.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. So they perpetrating a fraud. But you know what's funny,
right.
though? I ain't gonna lie. I did do we know the DNA test is out of whack. It got a little teeny bit of truth to it, but I did the whole haplogroup thing, and my mother's direct maternal line is so-called Native American specific. They gave me B2 haplogroup, which is one of the female lines of so-called NAs. And I ain't gonna hold you guys. I do look like a melanated Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. So it might be some truth to that. I don't know.
Hey, yo.
But like I said, my people's record says Negro on there, so
That means they Eastern Willanders.
huh?
That means they're Eastern Willanders because there is no proof that all
See,
those.
klepto squid. That's why I came with facts. Because there's people in the comment section that think we just Babylonians and we Babylon. But I'm coming with documents here. I am who I say I am. I'm not just speak. I'm on file. I'm in the system as who I am. You know what I mean?
We need to question them actually because
So it's not that this is not.
1 second, brother. We need to question them because these people keep popping up out of nowhere. We ain't never seen their face. Who are you guys? Who was that? We ain't never talked to you before, so why should we trust you? That's
I
how.
am who I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I own my name. I own my whole existence. So you know,
Wow.
we can go there if you want to see documentations, if you want to see birthrights, if you want to see anything, we can go there. I can take it there. I'm not one of those guys that's here just to talk or you know what I mean? Like I walk my light, you know what I mean? And just like I tell other brothers and sisters who's looking for that path or may not or trying to get themselves in their correct likeliness when it comes to their bloodlines. It's possible, you know what I mean? And I like to show people that it's real. Like copper tone natives or copper tone indigenous Americans are still here. We never went nowhere.
Yep.
We never went nowhere. And we shouldn't have to feel obligated because I don't. We shouldn't have to feel obligated to enforce this information to feel recognized. Like, hey, we still here too. I know we used to the Pocahontases and all the fake the fake indigenous people that you see perpetrated in movies and things of that nature, but we still here. And all the $5 Indians who paved their way or paid for their status, you know, that exists too. So you know what I mean? I mean, we still here. There's nothing, this is not a debate or argument. These are just facts. We've been here. No, we're not Africans. Those are a whole different set of melanated people who belong in the region that they belong in. Because understand, we populated everywhere. We are the original everything. Whether you want to go to China, Russia, Europe, wherever, we're the original everything. So we can't just base it in Africa.
Brother, I'm gonna allow my brother Carolina and then Austin.
And hey, can y'all hear me?
And then Goddess. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, I just want to piggyback off what one of the brothers said. Which one of you spoke on the Machiponga or the Matamesquite Indians in North Carolina?
That was me.
All right, so that's one of the tribes I actually come from. I'm actually very, very closely related to them. So my grandfather's mother, she's a Harris. She's from Hyde County, and she directly come from the chiefs over there, the Matamesquite / Machiponga Indians in Hyde County, North Carolina. They actually got absorbed into the Tuscarora, but you know today, many tribes that got absorbed into the Tuscarora decided to go back to their original names like the Maharan and everything.
Right.
But if you're going based off the law of the land, they actually will be Tuscarora Indians and not who they were before because the law of the land is you are who your people are. So once you marry somebody into the tribe, that's now your people. For example, the Tuscarora, let's say you were a Tuscarora male, but you were to marry into the Cherokee, for example. Your children will now be Cherokee, even though they carry the Tuscarora line. And if you were the chief of the Tuscarora, you would now be the chief of the Cherokee and have your own clan. But back to the Matamesquite though. So they actually joined the Tuscarora, and then after the war, in the 1700s, which ranged from 1711 to 1715, the Tuscarora's Indians went to New York and joined the Iroquois, which a lot of people know as the Iroquois Confederacy or Haudenosaunee, where a lot of those Tuscaroras are now federally recognized over there. But a lot of Tuscarora families actually stayed back in North Carolina. So now you have many different branches of Tuscarora. There's also Tuscaroras on the West Coast because we also migrated over there. Some of them actually went on the Trail of Tears also along with the Cherokees. That's why a lot of tribes have the same names, but don't actually come from the same tribes. You see what I'm saying? Through intermarrying and stuff like that. So I just wanted to come up here and say that because I'm actually at work right now. But when you said Madameski or Machapunga, I'm like, yo, this dude is kinfolk because my great grandmother is literally like right there. You see what I'm saying? Like that's literally my grandfather's mother, and she's literally from there. So, and I'm from North Carolina, by the way. I'm from Rocky Mount.
Nice, nice. I'm from the
Yeah, I just wanted
Piedmont
to speak
area.
on that. Yeah, and but my
So
family. You say what?
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, but my family traces back to the Powhatan Confederacy also, up in Virginia, but it also goes down to Georgia. It goes far, bro. But my immediate family is actually from North Carolina, part of the Tuscarora Indians. But
That's
what
a
was you going to say?
beautiful thing.
That's a
So
fact.
I was gonna say real quick. So I seen other for lack of a better word, Aboriginal people coming on TikTok. So I guess that list might be false. Then I'm
What,
sure they mean well. Meaning this, I know you've
what,
seen this list before, where they
one second, one
reclassified
second,
us.
one
They
second.
yeah.
I wanted Austin to speak because
Okay.
Austin been sitting right here. He been waiting for a good minute. Austin, what's going on?
Nothing much, just trying to figure out what's going on with the history. Kind of curious.
Are you sound like a brother. Are you a brother?
Uh, I don't think so, but you never know. I got
Oh,
a
guess
family
not. Now I
name.
can hear it. Now I can hear it.
I mean, my skin's pale, but I might be.
Nah, I can hear it. I can hear it. Well, as soon as you said I might, something wrong there.
Yeah.
Something wrong there.
I think I think my one of the things it comes from is the Jewish religion kind of thing.
You sound like a brother that talked like the other people for a second, but then I picked up on it. All right, my brother. Say he dipping out. He gotta go back. All right, I'm gonna let goddess speak. Goddess.
Hi,
Hey,
how's everybody today?
good.
Doing good.
Um,
All is
um,
well.
who said that he was from New York? His mom was from New York.
Right.
Long Island and Brooklyn, and she could be either Lenape or Shinnecock,
Right.
because there was a lot of mixing that went on, like especially like in New Jersey.
Mhm.
You have Cherokee who mix with the Lenape, and they're actually a federally recognized tribe called the Sandhill. So, but the Lenape they were all over New Jersey and New York, and then the Shinnecock they were mostly like Long Island. They had all of Long Island, the Shinnecock, and they basically just got kicked off.
Yeah, I spoke
So
to this
you might want to check
European,
into that.
yeah, because I spoke to this European genealogist. She was like my people's last name Treadwell is real well known on Long Island. Matter of fact, my great uncles that are Treadwells on Long Island, they're like they had them as the world's best Negro polo players on Long Island, and they got their picture in
Right,
the museum.
exactly.
So yeah.
Right. Now myself, I'm it took me like 5 or 6 years to find all this out, but my elders had told me that we were Cherokee because I used to go down the south to North Carolina when I was a child back in the 60s. Every summer. I was born in Jersey, but our elders told us the stories that we were part of they weren't. Jesus, how do you even begin this? they weren't part of a tribe because what happened was when they were forced to go on the Trail of Tears, some of the people refused to go, and some circled back, and they held up in the Black Hills, and they basically, fended off the U.S. military for several months. They wore them down to the point where they were like, all right, we just got to give these mofos some land. Well, they gave them a crappy piece of land in between, in a valley in North Carolina, and that's the Eastern Band Cherokee. That's the current Eastern Band Cherokee. But the deal was, if you wanted to keep your land, then you couldn't be part of the tribe. That's what those mixed bloods and straight European $5 Indians on the council came up with. So a lot of your Cherokee people who have their own land down there in North Carolina, they couldn't be part of the tribe. Right. And my family was that situation. Now, right, my mother's family is that like red, brown, like dark ass copper penny brown. So, most people don't think that she's Cherokee, but she's full blood. I found her whole family on the Indian rolls, P28, as Cherokee, straight up. Wow. So now on my father's side, his mother, her surname Dungy goes back to Matachana, who is Powhatan, one of Powhatan's daughters. So he was, his mother's family was Powhatan Confederacy. But what's really interesting is that my grandfather's people came from Ireland. They came in the mid 1600s with the Huguenots escaping persecution because they were Hebrews. Right. Now, that's something I didn't know. Now, that took me into a whole other direction of finding out that there were Hebrews all over Europe. And they basically got sold into slavery, exile, their property stolen, their herald stolen, their name stolen. So, that's a whole other scenario. Right. But my thing is that these people, like my boy Mamu said, these people lie. They obscure, they rewrite, and they outright lie. Because a lot of those Hebrews that I was talking about in Europe, the Queen Elizabeth I had a spy named John Mackay, and he did a dossier. Mm-hmm. He did a whole dossier describing the people in the different courts and whatnot, and he described a lot of them very black, like Hebrews. Okay, but when you look up their names on Google, guess what comes up? Altered photos, white men. Right. Okay, so these mofos lie, straight lie. So for all the people who are in this little chat trying to stump my boy Mamu and trip him up and try to make it seem like he's off his rocker, you need to go do your research. These people lie, okay? They have rewritten most of our history. Our compulsory education system was designed by industrialists, okay? Right. The purpose is for us to be cogs, basically.
Where's that noise?
So,
where's that noise?
So you really need to understand.
Can y'all hear me?
You really need to understand, huh?
I was wondering where was that noise? Is that Goddess?
Oh, no, no, I'm like underneath the underpass. I'm not anywhere where there's like any noise or anything.
Oh, okay, I heard like some.
So yeah, you guys do your research, guys.
I know what you talk about, sis. Like, and they rewritten that whole history about POWs coming from Europe, and they changed it into the African slave trade. You know, they rewritten that. You know, there's a lot of
Right.
mess going on with that. Yeah, and a lot of the original Hebrews was kicked out of Europe and exiled over here as well. You know, so-called melanated Europeans. Yeah, I'm familiar with all of that.
My people ran. They just straight up, left. So
and
a
the
lot of
families
this,
you see in Europe
stuff
now,
you have to re-educate yourself with.
Yeah, they hijacked the throne, so they're not the original bloodlines of that throne. The white tea people over there.
I just blocked Austin. He said homeless shelter.
Exactly.
Go. I don't know what that was about.
But what I was gonna ask y'all though, so those reclassifications, the way they had it in that order that they had it on TikTok is wrong then, because they had it as Indian first, that we would call, then Negro, then colored, and so on. So really, it's Negro first, then Indian, then colored. Then. That's what I was gonna ask. I don't know if somebody heard the question.
Yeah, it was Negro first.
Yeah, Negro.
You said what was first, Negro or Indian?
Yeah. Because if you look around TikTok, people that's pumping or they trying to pump the truth, they'll have that reclassification chart, and they put we would call Indian first, then Negro, then colored, and you guys are saying it's actually Negro first, then Indian, then colored.
Thank you for your help. If one person, when one person is talking, the other person put themselves on mute so it's not drowning out the person that's talking.
I mean, I know from reports. I know from reports of the Vikings, because when the Vikings came, they came to where the corner the Inuit peoples live. That's what a lot of these people get mixed up is that a lot of people in the Native community, because I talked to Irene Bedard about it, is a lot of people are descendant of Inuits. Y'all may know that as the word as Eskimos, but Inuits is the more proper term. But most of them are descendants of Inuits. But at the same time too, because like y'all cannot, I'm not making this shit up. My roommate, because I'm in the military, he's Mongolian, and he literally says like every Native person looks like one of his uncles, and he showed me his family, and there's people in his family that look like parts of my family on the Native American side. So there's obviously a correlation to Native Americans in Asia, but like a lot of people don't want to accept that truth. And it's like, okay, then you can refuse to accept the truth, but at the end of the day, science even says that they migrated here. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just the truth. Because even then, like people are, oh, take a DNA test. It's a waste of money. My sister took a DNA test and she came back 19% Asian. So what does that entail you? You get what I'm saying? So like, it's obviously like a lot of people just need to accept the fact that, hey, like even though that y'all were living here during Europeans coming here, quote unquote, because most of the Europeans came here on slave ships, and that's a story for another day. But yeah, you just gotta accept the fact it was mixing going on prior to slavery even happened.
Plus, what the whole thing with the DNA that you were saying. What people don't understand is DNA isn't really going to make it, and even the government knows that because with the tribes they give them blood quantum tests, and blood quantum is based on mathematics. It's based on, like, say for example, if your father was 1/4 Cherokee and your mother was 1/4, say Chickahominy, that would give you 1/2 Native American status. So it goes by how your genealogy looks, not what's in your DNA. And that's what people don't understand. The government doesn't even use DNA. The tribes don't even use DNA. They want to see your documentation. They want to see who your mother and father was and who their mother and father was, because it goes by the mother anyway. And And the other thing people don't get is that when the last full blood dies in that tribe, because that's why they do the blood quantum. They do the blood quantum because the treaties were done with the full bloods. So once that last full blood dies in that tribe,
we have to say on the live on here, on the live, because they'll report it.
oh, I'm sorry. You're right. My bad. You know, once that last full blood is unalived, the USA Inc. can say deals off. So, I don't know what these tribes are going to do when that happens, because a lot of these full bloods in these tribes are aging out. Most of them are elders. So, so that people understand, DNA is really not the determining factor with these tribes. It's blood quantum.
Yeah,
even then it's still like you said, brother. These tribes don't even have Negro or the word Negro in their documents. So I mean, does it even matter? Because they don't have. I mean, we do on ours, but they don't on theirs. You know what I'm saying? So they're not the original bloodlines anyway.
It's another thing too. Everybody didn't side with the Dawes Rose, which means everybody didn't side with the U.S. government or to be federally recognized. And that's another thing. You would have to have the capacity of an infant to think that everyone that's indigenous to America has to be federally recognized, because there's history that's tied to that that's proven otherwise.
Exactly. We don't need to be part of these tribes. I know I don't. I have no desire to join the tribe or be federally recognized, because that's one of the things that they come at you with. These quote unquote Native Americans. Oh, well, I know the language and I have property. That's what somebody said to me the other day on something that I posted.
Right.
Well, how come I know the Creek language and I own 600 acres of property? I said, because you're a descendant of some $5 Indian,
right,
or mixed blood. That's why.
That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. It's not.
Of course, you would know the language.
Right. It's not rocket science.
Because your descendant was there. Your descendant was there when they made the deal with USA Inc.
That's it.
That's not yours. People died to create that tribe you're in. So let's keep it real.
Hey, I'm gonna hop right back on here, you guys. I'll be right back. Gotta do this call real quick. I'll be right back.
So yeah, brothers,
You heard me?
This whole scenario is ridiculous. This whole scenario is like, you get tired of having to
I'm gonna be
prove
back
to
on
people
here.
who you are.
Goddess, I'm gonna be right back on here. I'm gonna come right back. I didn't know if you heard me.
Got you, brother. Got you.
All right.
Yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, Goddess, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was gonna say
brother, I'm here.
too. They just opened these brothers on here just opened my eyes. I didn't know Negro came before Indian anyway. So if Negro came before Indian, where these so-called Native Americans fit in?
This is the whole point.
That's the point we're making. They wrote themselves into the history as Aboriginal to America.
Right. When in fact, even archaeologists, because all you have to do is look up the Clovis migration, and it'll tell you who those people were.
We could talk about it.
They were.
Let's breathe. Let's
How you
move
feel
forward.
today?
Let's cycle. Let's circle. Let's church. It's churchical.
The
Again. Oh no,
truth
there's
is
just
so beautiful.
it's just a delayed reaction on your phone. That's all. It's a real delayed reaction, but we're gonna work with it.
Yeah,
Please kindly introduce yourself to the live stream and where you're at on the map.
absolutely.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I shall. So my name is Christina, and I
Mhm.
am in Pennsylvania,
Oh
near
my goodness, I'm in
Clarion
PA.
in the woods.
I'm in PA.
Oh, I know you are.
Oh my,
Feel your
look.
spirit.
Wow. Shout out to Pennsylvania. Most people don't know what the word Pennsylvania means. And I'm just
Yeah,
before you
we'll
continue, Miss
have
Christina, I
to.
just want to say that because we definitely have to link up. I want to explain it
We're
though.
the Keystone
Yes, but not be what they tell you. Why? Not why they
State.
tell you. Because I have the video on my page why Pennsylvania is really called the Keystone State. And if you look at the Carboniferous period, Miss Christina, the Carboniferous period, it's a 350 million year period that dates back. It's also known as the age of amphibians. This is the age when aquatic animals first appeared onto the earth. This period is divided into two subperiods known as the Mississippian and Pennsylvanian. But why? Why are you giving this? This is a 350 million year period. Why are you giving it two American states' names for two subperiods to represent this period? And if you look up the information, it says because of the carboniferous deposits left by the coal from the trees in ancient America. Now, Pennsylvania's very name means the place of woods, from William Penn, if y'all didn't know that. But it's not called the Keystone State because of the signing. It's called the Keystone State because of the carboniferous rocks in this part of the earth are the richest. It's so prominent. This place is so holy, Pennsylvania. It is. And they're making it cold up here, Miss Christina. It's supposed to be tropical. I'm going to keep it real. The Great Lakes are supposed to be
Tell you
tropical.
what, where I'm at, there it's coming. Be patient, and you know it's
It's here.
coming.
Yes,
You know
you
it's
know what,
coming.
Miss Lady?
You know
I
it's
seen a
coming.
tropical bird. I seen it up here. Look, I got the video. It scared me. It almost hit me in my face, and then it stayed there on the tree for about 15 minutes. And I was shaking like a leaf in front
So
of this bird. It was green.
I'm. It's me. Oh, that was one of the. So they are all over Italy in the northwest part of Italy. So I
Mhm.
was in Italy for 3 months in a
Ah,
place called Triora, and we are on the
ooh,
same jet plane. Like we're on the same jet, and it's all subtropical there. So it's coming to us, honey. We are going to be
wow.
subtropical. It's going to be
But why
phenomenal,
isn't
and
it
it's
here now? We,
because
Miss Christina,
we
come on,
haven't
because you
had
seem like
we're not.
you tapped in.
Yes, I am. I was awakened by. I tell my story after. We'll get to know each other because I think you and I. There's a
Mercy,
reason why I'm here. Um, I feel
grace,
you. I feel you. And
mercy. What
I
you're
was
feeling is an
awoken by
anciency.
Alpha Omega.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
anciency. It's the
I know
divine
who I am.
feminine, the
I know where I
divine
came from.
masculine. Yes, it's a star seed.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
creator's
I'm.
energy.
I was awoken by Alpha Omega, who called my name 2 times on 7/11/21. I was
Wow,
rebaptized into this person that I am before you.
wow.
Today, I am on a mission, and I say from God every day, this man speaks nothing but the truth. We are in a backwards world. The Bible is doctrine made by man.
Mm,
This whole world is going to change not only its shape, but the way that we live in it. This will be a subtropical area where we're at.
wow.
We
You're
are
hearing
going
it,
to
y'all.
we are
You're
going to
listening to
grow
it.
nothing but the most delicious foods and fruits that are going to come from this
Mm.
part of the world, of the state. I'm going to say state and country. Everything is going to flip.
Hey, Christina, you know where I'm trying to get to right now, and I'm going to get there, I promise you. Not to leave behind Pennsylvania, because my mother's family came to PA from Italy and Germany and Ireland and all
Lo
that.
vedo nella tua faccia perché
They're
loro mi
from, yeah, my
loro mi
mother's father was straight Sicilian, straight
yeah.
Sicilian. He would get purple under the sun because those are our people. We left from
Oh my
America and
God.
went everywhere. Now again, they came back because my mother's people were known as immigrants, right? But they came in Pennsylvania they grew up in Arona. You ever hear of Arona?
No.
Wow.
But you
It's a
know what?
small town.
That's
It's a
right.
small town.
They're tiny little.
It's near like Mount Pleasant, Derry, in Westmoreland County.
Oh, Pennsylvania, you mean?
Well, yeah, in Pennsylvania. My
Oh,
mother's
no,
family.
Actually I'm originally from New York.
Okay, but you live
I
in
was born in
Pennsylvania.
Valhalla, New York.
Okay, bless.
And I
Grace.
lived in Pennsylvania for 30 years. 30 years.
Oh, so
and
but you're still in
Hershey.
PA?
And I was. Oh yeah, I'm in northwestern Pennsylvania, right near the New York
Okay,
border, or
that's
close
what I
to the
thought you said.
New York border.
Oh, so
Clarion,
but you're a bit up
PA.
there. Yeah, but no, Clarion's not that far. That's not that far. That's Allegheny County. Right. Hey, you know what I want to ask you to do when you get some time? Look up the word Altoona. You know about Altoona?
Yeah.
But the ancient Mayans have a place called the Altoona. Right now, it is an ancient land that we live on in ancient America. And you heard Miss Christina tell y'all that the tropics are coming back to America, all over the Americas, because this was all tropics. Look, I was expressing this the other day, Miss Christina, how the South American continent is known as South America, but when you go further up to like Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, anything around that Gulf, that's all the South too. People always say when they live on the East Coast that they got blood from the South, but they think it's just you going down south in North America, but that's really South America. The Gulf of Mexico is the pinnacle and the center point of the planet. It is the real Fertile Crescent, Miss Christina.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. Like, you speak nothing but truth, and I believe that our spirit guides, because we share the same ones, led me to you to this page.
Grace.
Because I was down. Today is my husband's birthday, so
Bless.
I'm making him eggplant parmesan.
Wow.
Parmigiano.
Watch that cheese. Watch that cheese. I know you ain't doing that cheese. You better be careful with that cheese.
I only use it sparingly on certain recipes. My husband, on the other hand, I am clean. I am clean, mind, body, and spirit. I've healed myself on so many levels. It is just God-given and within all of us, and we are Christ.
Yes, it is.
If anybody wants to know where
Miss Christina, again, when we talk about Christ, the second coming of Christ, right now, that's right now, the Benjamites, the tribe of Benjamin. I represent this royal tribe. Yes, very much so indeed. Now, Miss Christina, I'm going to get to the next guest. Please mute up. I want to get to the next guest. I'm going to ask you to unmute your mic. Are you going to drop down, Miss Christina?
Yeah, I'm going to drop down to give somebody else an opportunity, but it was a pleasure. I will reach out to you, and we'll talk.
You should definitely do that.
Praise God. Most definitely.
Praises.
Have the greatest day.
You too, madam.
God bless you all, and I love you.
Yes. Grace, mercy. Now, Abdul, go ahead and unmute. Introduce yourself to the live stream, if you will, kindly, please. And let's do our best to reciprocate positivity. And if you got to get negative on me, right? Just make sure you're basing as much as you can your negativity, so we're not arguing. I'm not here to fight with you.
It's Allah.
Okay. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the live stream. What part of the earth you in?
Part of the earth I am. Right now I'm in Georgia, but I'm originally Syrian.
Okay.
I just want to ask, what's this image? Like,
what you're looking at is a parasite in the moon. The moon is an actual parasite.
How come?
Well, how come? Because it's illegitimate and it's not natural to our atmosphere. How come? Because when you have a full moon, people get sick and go crazy, because this moon is connected to a demon in the Testament of Solomon known as Inepsigos. This moon is affiliated with time. This moon is affiliated with money. And both are spells. This moon is also affiliated with love. It's the biggest illusion up in our atmosphere right now, causing the greatest disturbance of them all. So you're asking me, and I'm telling you. Was there anything else?
No, that was interesting. I've never heard anything like that. Are you Christian?
Well, no, Christianity is mockery of the solar gods, the so-called Black Americans. We are the ancient Benjamites, the jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. We are the gods, the creators of the planet Earth. Okay?
So the Benjamins are the Black
Oh,
Americans.
go ahead, Abdul. You got to try to stabilize your connection. Say it again, please, if you will.
So the Benjamins are the real Christians.
Well, when you say the word Christian, you're talking about an anointing. You know that, right?
No, because I'm Muslim, I'm not Christian, so that's why I'm asking.
Well, I'm telling you, if you're Muslim, if you're Christian, if you're practicing Hindu, or if you're Buddhism, or whatever it is, it's a doctrine that is established by the lunar teaching. It's a lunar doctrine.
Exactly too, because I just want to ask him why does Islam as the moon in all the flags and everything? Why?
Right. The symbology, the imagery of the moon is everywhere, all through every religion, especially Islam.
Yeah, because they actually pray to the moon.
No, we don't.
Yeah, but what does the moon represent? Why pray to the moon? Because the moon is controlling things.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No. I think
it affects the waters of the earth, the ethers of the planet.
You're incorrect. We do not worship a moon. We do not pray to a moon. Actually,
well, we're not saying that you do. No one said that you do. We're talking about the very concept of the religion itself. We're not talking about you. We're not. It's not. This isn't a personal.
The concept of
the founder of Islam.
Yeah, the foundation.
The founder of Islam is worship the moon. Like Allah was a moon god, and Muhammad, all those guys worship moon god.
Yeah, there's a scripture in the Quran where Muhammad splits the moon in half.
Yes, sir.
So that's the same as Joshua fighting the Battle of Jericho. It's the same doctrine. They code it in each book.
So splitting the moon in half means you're praying to the moon, and
no, I didn't say that. I was just saying how the moon is mentioned in the text.
And also the sun is mentioned in the Quran.
Well, first of all, there are multiple suns, Abdul. The text will only tell you that there's just this single sun, but there are multiple suns in the atmosphere, Abdul.
The sun that we see, the sun that's
glowing. The sun that they put up there is a big ass light bulb for real, fam. We look at the suns for real or the stars, Abdul.
Again?
Stars are the suns.
Not exactly.
Yes, exactly, Abdul. Now, Abdul, with some people, with most people, you're just not at a place to probably receive this information, because I'm set to receive it. I'm supposed to know this stuff, Abdul. So if you can't get it right, it's not fair for you to try to get up on here and be like, nah, because our people feel it. We are Benjamites. We do not bow to no moon. Moon is the parasite, the flesh. This is a doctrine of money, months, and monkey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And lust.
Yes, sir.
Lust.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So these guys that's in our land, let's say they pray to this Islamic foreign god, they actually call it destruction on our land.
Mm-hmm. Now, what makes our land so important? Why come to America with this doctrine? Because the conquistadors brought it over here. The Ethiopians have the oldest version of the Bible. They're over here. There are Coptic churches set up everywhere in America.
And now come Islam.
You have temples of Islam all through America too.
That's true.
Yeah. Trying to take over people.
Again, this is a doctrine set to remove the solar people's imperial mind state. Because
what about Jesus Christ doctrine though?
Listen, we already did this, Rocky. The story of Jesus is the story of a people. That's my people, the Benjamites.
Bro, that's not true. You got to prove that. Jesus Christ is true.
It's already proved. It's already been proven.
Prove it for the watchers.
Just look at what happened to Benjamin in America. Look what they did to us. We were enslaved.
No, look at what happened to Judah, the slave ship they got here in 1619, the Yehuda.
I'm going to say this to you again, Rocky.
It's not Jesus.
A dual doctrine.
Judah, no, it's called Yehuda.
You're bringing a dual doctrine. Yehuda.
Yes, 1619 with the slave ship.
Stop. Listen.
No, because you're trying to put a false doctrine on my people.
I'm not putting a false
And I'm
doctrine.
Michael the Archangel today.
Rocky, once again, I'm not here to fight with you.
You can't battle me, bro.
Rocky, I'm not here to argue with you.
You can't.
When Benjamin went into slavery, Judah wanted to take Benjamin's place. We know.
Judah came over here to fight a battle, and they lost.
It doesn't matter.
You're fighting me because that's your doctrine.
Guess what? It still even if that's true, it doesn't matter. Jesus sprang out of the tribe of Judah. It doesn't matter.
Let me show you.
We're from the tribe of Judah.
Hey, Rocky, I ain't gonna knock you, man. For real, I've been there. I used to say that too, man. I was saying that.
I feel that you feel disrespected.
I was saying that. No, I'm not disrespected because you're just at a place with the information where, I've been there. You're just at a place where I was at. Black Power, I need you to mute your mic. There's way too much feedback, man.
I'm willing to listen, but you got to
Black Power, there's too much feedback on your mic. I'm gonna have to mute you.
That's crazy.
Judah is not us, bro. Judah is a traitor.
Not
Judah
at
is like the
all.
Moors.
No, you're thinking about Judas, J-U-D.
They're the same person.
No, they're not. Sir.
Same entity, Rocky.
No, they're not. That was his brother, a traitor. No,
Rocky,
that's the problem. I figured that. Judah and Judas is not the same, my guy.
Okay, Benjamin, Shmoney.
Judah is scary. It's not
Rocky.
Judah.
Rocky, listen.
I mean, Judah.
You gotta calm down now.
But this is the fire of Judah. Don't worry about that. I'm not mad or anything. It's just the fire of Judah, bro.
Once again, fam, I'm not here to argue with Judah.
It sounds like I'm arguing. This is just a fire, bro. And
Judah is being called out.
Okay, fine. They always did. Everybody's against us. Everybody's against Christ.
No, that's not the case here. Benjamin was the one betrayed into the scripture, not Judah.
We came unto our own and
see how he keeps looking past that. Why you keep ignoring that?
Because I know the truth. I know Christ's doctrine only.
Listen, I'm gonna say it again. In your doctrine, it states Benjamin was betrayed by Joseph, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Ephraim, all of them. All of them.
Salvation belongs to us.
See how you keep doing that? You don't even want to talk about it.
I said yes. I agree with you. I let you talk and everything. But guess what?
You ain't letting me do nothing. I allowed you to jump on the stream to build constructively. I'm not going back to being Judah. I'm not Judah.
I'm asking you to. I am. I'm Judah. I'm Christ Jr.
Well, being that you're Judah, you're probably not in the right stream because I'm a Benjamite and I'm here to let Judah know Israel belongs to Benjamin, not Judah.
Tell me everything that Judah need to know. I'm here.
Judah is Jacob. I already explained this. Now let me get to the next live guest. Christina, I need you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the live. Are you actually her husband?
Yes, I'm Bobby Rocks. I don't know if you remember if we crossed paths or not. Okay. I feel your spirit, but I don't remember the hair. But it's Christina, my wife, right there.
Grace.
I'm making bread.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah.
I make fresh bread too. I make fresh bread too.
This will be my birthday.
Okay, well, hold on, Rocky. Hold on, Rocky. We're gonna get into it.
You are amazing.
Wow, mercy.
What's that?
Grace. Thank you. Well, that's just the spirit of Benjamin invested in me. Because I'm a sufferer. I've come through the fires and the waters and the earths and the airs of life to get to this point. I'm a father of 10. I have 10. 8 sons. 2 the waters. I've been fathering for quite a time here. My man. Now you jumped on the stream and said I'm Levi. Now I'm not Levi. You can be Levi. But you can't tell me.
I said we. I mean, but I represent the tribe of Levi.
Wow, powerful.
Yeah, that's my
Thank you so much for joining the live stream.
Yeah, I'm going to convert to Judah.
Yeah. Well, she came in and she's like, dude, this is the Benjamite. And she classified you as a leader, which means she saw something that maybe others don't see or do see or somewhat see. But she saw it. And I trust my wife.
This happens often. It happens a lot.
I bet it does.
It does. And I'm thankful for it. Again, it's always been on my essence to be like this. I was always drawn, and I was always have this draw, this attraction. And that's Benjamin. It's all about the Benjamins. Now, Rocky, again, I know you on the panel and you trying to represent Judah, right? And I'm telling you off the ripper, Skipper, when you're talking about the lion of the tribe of Judah, first and foremost, Rocky, that lion is it's a Frankenstein cat. It's a monster cat. It don't run fast. It's real awkward, big and clumsy. It don't climb trees. It don't want to swim in no water. Listen to what I'm telling you, Rocky, because you're not up on this information. When you go to ancient America and you look at how the jaguar was admonished and revered in this part of the earth, the so-called Mayans, Olmecs, Aztecs, Incans, they revered this panther. Now, this panther has the master DNA. It has the master genomes. So it does things that no other panthers can do. It has spots. It has spots on its coat called rosettes that allow this panther to change its hue. So when you look at a so-called black panther, you're looking at a panther that's really not black. It's just spotted.
The serpent that can change his hue, that was more subtle than any beast.
Listen, you see, the serpent doctrine is here to mock the panther, the pantera.
Wow. How did I find that?
I've already exhibited this in my live streams. There is a serpent doctrine on this earth. There is a serpent doctrine on this planet directly connected to this lunar doctrine.
Right. So who is Cain's father? I'll tell you how it's here. Who is Cain's father?
Fam, once again, the stories of Cain and Abel, all these Noah's sons, it's all the same story.
Lord, who is Cain's father?
You don't get it, fam.
I'm asking you a question.
Listen, you can answer your own question. You already know the answer. You're playing with me. Don't play with me. My name is Joshua Emmanuel. I'm not here to play games. This is not a game to me. It's the real deal to me, Rocky. I grew up Baptist. I went to Catholic church.
That's irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the Bible.
Listen to me, man. I studied the Buddha. I studied the Hindu.
Not Jesus Christ doctrine again.
Listen, I'm going to say it again. The story of Jesus is a esoteric astrotheological teaching. Okay?
False, but okay, yeah.
What you mean? Explain to me how you can say it's false. You've never even heard no one say that before.
Esoteric. I mean, I've studied everything
you probably don't even know what I'm talking. You probably don't even know what I'm saying.
You into metaphysics and law of attraction.
Listen, I am a solar god. I'm a portal. I'm a gateway.
Yeah, but you're studying metaphysics and stuff, bro.
I'm studying myself. What you mean? Jelly
you can't tell me. I know this about you, bro. You don't even know about stones like that. For real. The 12 tribes of the original 12 stones. Tell me what I don't
know. I know what I know. You see, that's a colonizer's mindset, Rocky. That's you.
Your stone is nothing compared to us. Our stone.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I am
the stone that he gave us before we crossed over the Jordan.
When Joshua,
the 12 tribes, the 12 months.
Listen to me, my man. When Joshua fought the Battle of Jericho and beat this moon cult, he allotted land to each tribe. Okay. Here goes some more proof that Benjamin's the Messiah. Now, what two lands, the two most important lands in Scripture, were allotted to the Messiah tribe, Benjamin? The plot of Jericho and the plot of Jerusalem.
Okay, I got one thing.
Hey, Rocky,
I'm being easy on you. I'm gonna tell you why I'm being easy on you, bro.
Easy on me. I'm
gonna tell you why. You can't debate with me if we talk about. Listen, if we talk about Christ only, you're gonna lose.
I am the Christos.
Okay, let's talk about Christ only. His doctrine only. Don't talk about Moses. Don't talk about Moses or John. Let's talk about Christ only then, and see what happens. Because Christ wasn't a sorcerer. He didn't deal with stones and stuff. That's why I asked you who was Bar Jesus. You haven't told me yet, because that was Jesus Christ.
I already explained to you. Your Christianity comes from Ethiopia.
Okay, your stones come from Egypt.
No, my stones come from ancient America, the motherland, the utopia.
No. Well, where's the fatherland? Because you can't have a child.
America is the motherland and the fatherland.
Man, you sound crazy, man. You sound prove it.
He's not ready. You're not ready.
Prove it. Yeah, you lost just then, didn't you?
You're not ready.
Where's the fatherland?
What you mean? Yeah. The son is the father, fam.
Yeah, that's what you think. You don't have no knowledge.
Look, huh? You're trying to put your hex on me, G.
Oh, yeah. Straighten up your shirt.
Hex on me, G. You
Come
can't put
on.
your hex on me, G.
Where's the fatherland, sir? Show
I
'em.
am the Father. I am the Mother. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am that I am. You just mad.
Huh?
That's why you doing
Are
that.
you confounded?
Cause you mad.
I can show you now. I can be. You want to be humble though?
You eating that chicken still?
Yeah, because Christ didn't deal with no stones and
You
no
still
pearls
eating
around
that-
his neck. That's
You still
African.
eating. You still eating
You
that
from
bird?
Egypt. You
Let me ask
Egypt, bro. You want to
Rocky,
take our people back to
Hey,
jail,
Rocky,
Egypt.
let me ask you. You still eating that bird?
Are you still not
Be honest.
lining yourself up because
I'm
I don't know
asking
why?
you to be honest.
What bird?
You still eating that chicken? You still eating that
I
cow?
still eat chicken.
Yeah, I bet you do. Because you could just tell.
He said my people are in the store for a lack of knowledge. So yeah, what?
Listen, my
Teach
man,
me.
if
You
you're
my
in-
shepherd. Show me the right
I'm
way.
gonna teach you. If you're ingesting flesh of an animal, you are partaking in a blood sacrifice.
Okay.
If you are ingesting the fluids of an animal, you are partaking in a blood sacrifice.
See how well Judah took that?
Your body is the temple, your tongue is the altar. Everything you place on the altar, you are sacrificing it to your temple. Your temple is designed to be holy, electric. That's what the word holy means. From Helios, it means to be electrified, to be like lightning.
Some stuff that we
To be like lightning. There is no such thing as an animal being food. That is an illegitimate. That is an illegitimate doctrine. It is.
I'm just asking.
You don't want to listen to nothing I got to say for real, because you just keep trying to argue.
I disagree with you because some stuff that we humans eat from the animals.
I'm not a human. If you eat that stuff, that's for you. I am a god. The gods don't eat the dead.
Your
Okay?
God, your God, you're all knowing.
Abdul, I know very little. I
So
know very, very little.
how come God? How come
I
God
know
knows
nothing. That's what Benjamin was forced to do. Know nothing, to have nothing. Okay? So I removed blood and bone and flesh from my temple because it doesn't belong in a God's temple.
So respectfully, how does God know nothing? If God is
Because the nothing is the all. Okay?
No.
Now I'm gonna move to the next guest. Somebody's up here at the top. Go ahead and stabilize your connection because I'm not here arguing. You two right here want to argue, it seems like. Y'all need to listen. Y'all need to listen because y'all are not in a place to teach right now to me. And just from talking to you enough, I can feel it. You're not here to teach me. You're here to learn from me. So sit back. Look, you can sit back and enjoy the sermon, which is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Or you can continue to argue and you're not gonna get it. Because your Christianity in America comes from this Coptic Bible in Ethiopia. This is Judah. The lions of Judah are in Ethiopia. All those kings of Ethiopia are crowned King of Kings in the name of the Lion of Judah. It's pronounced Moa Anbesa Ze Emnegede Yehuda. That's how you say it in Amarinya. Because I studied the languages of the Shemitic, the Aramic, the Arabic, the Aramaic, the Amharic.
You haven't
Okay?
Come on,
Even listen, you're supposed to study it all. So Rocky keep trying to jump on the line and defend Christianity when all that is mocking the gods of America.
Not for Africa. Judah is not for Africa. I can prove to you if you give me time. I can prove to you how we're not for Africa.
Okay, hold on. We got a guest on the
America.
line. Hold on, Rocky. Mute your mic. Mind focus. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the live stream.
Hey man, my name is the Unknown.
Okay, what part of the map are you on, and what brings you to the live stream
No,
today?
that's not really.
I'm asking you what part of the map you come from. What set you claim?
Bro.
What set you rep? I'm asking you a question, fam, because I already know. I can hear it in your voice. I can scan voices.
So what is it then? What is it then?
Well, I'm asking you to express it to the panel.
If you already know why you're asking,
can you just for the people? For the people on the panel.
Stop claiming you know when you don't know.
For the people on the panel, can you say where you're at?
So
where
if you already know why you're asking me, then.
All right, look, I'm not here to do that with you, so I'm just gonna drop you from the live stream. Thank you for joining the live stream. You're dropped like a bad habit. Again, Rocky, if you're telling me you can show me, it's gonna be a big thing. I mean, because again, I have studied extensively and suffered to the point to get to this with this information. You got to do a lot, G.
I mean, I can kind of read a little bit too. So it sounds like you don't believe in the scriptures. Basically,
I don't believe in nothing. I know for a fact.
I knew that before you said that. Now, but
I don't believe, man. I don't do the believing.
Why
I
you
know
so aggressive, bro?
because I don't believe. That is another word that scrambles you. You better believe in the Lord. I don't do that, fam.
Well, how can you prove anything that you're saying?
Well, because I'm living it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'm lying. I'm just messing with your head, but no, you're not, bro.
Yes, I am.
Prove it.
I'm proving it with every live
No,
stream.
belief is all bull crap. No, whatever you believe
I'm proving it with every live stream through my.
You're not. I'm playing the game
deeds,
with you right now.
Through
all
my
I gotta
deeds,
do is keep saying that you're not, bro.
Through my faith.
No, see,
through my service, I prove it
you're explaining God
to the earth that the tribe of Benjamin, the jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. You hear that? We're the
faith is the only thing that can back you up.
We're not the wolves of the
they
tribe
got
of
that
Benjamin.
from us, Christ.
We are not the wolves of the tribe of Benjamin.
What's wrong with this guy?
Let me ask you
Not
something
at
real
all.
quick.
Hey, go ahead, Abdul.
You disagree with Christianity. I want to know your perspective with Islam.
Well, Islam is no different from any other Abrahamic religion. If it's an Abrahamic religion, it's designed and based off lunar doctrine. I already said this. So I look at Islam as the same as I look at Christianity and Hinduism and Buddhism and Protestant and Baptist and Lutheran and Catholicism and all of it. All of it. I look at it all the same. Now, again, who gave you your Bible in America?
I'm not Christian.
I'm not talking about the Quran, Abdul. I already told you about these doctrines. They're all the same doctrine. But I'm always I like to reference this KJV a lot because what they do with the KJV, they run in more, they run in that hustle stronger with that KJV than any other book.
KJV, sorry.
They run in that hustle with that KJV stronger than any other book. They hustling hard with that KJV. And again, who gave you your book known as the Helios Biblios? Who has the oldest version of this Bible? It's the people found in Ethiopia. Okay? Undoubtedly. Now, when you look at these two pictures, what you're looking at are two conquerors. Two conquerors. Both on the horse. Both using the Bible to conquer. And I put this up here so maybe Rocky can tap in again because he keeps saying you the Christ and all that, my man. But again,
no, Christ Jr.
Your very doctrine isn't from here.
It's only Christ, the doctrine that I follow. I can prove it.
Once again, the story of JESUS is the story of the most majestic people to ever grace this earth.
Sir, there was 3 Jesuses. I asked you when I first got on this panel. I asked you who was Bar Jesus.
Hold up. Did this man just say there was 3 Jesus?
Yes.
Who you talking about, Jesus?
Jesus, Ethiopia, and that was Bar Jesus.
Fam, come on, Rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said,
He
said Jesus.
Go to your Bible out, type in Bar Jesus, the sorcerer.
Listen, my brother. First and foremost, the letter J is a new.
600 years ago.
Come on, Rocky. What's
600 years ago. I know this already. Yehuda slave ship. I told you this. We come under Yehuda. Yudaah. Yehuda. Not Jada. Judah.
Ray Rocky, you doing?
There's no 3 Jesuses.
That was
Yeshua Yamashiach.
Yes, sir.
Who was Bar Jesus, sir?
Hey, again, Rocky, you doing a lot, man.
I mean,
come on, G.
I'm guessing. If you're saying there's 3 Jesuses, then I'm guessing you don't even know your own belief. Respectfully.
Damn.
I asked you who was Bar Jesus. Y'all want to answer the question?
Hey, fam, it don't matter what version of JES you talking about.
Because you lost and confounded.
That's a doctrine.
I have the fulfillment.
Man.
You don't. I prove it right now. Everything I say, y'all aren't gonna know what I'm talking about. I can prove it. We're not from Africa. We're not from Ethiopia. So what are you talking about Jesus in Ethiopia for?
Well, again,
that's where Christianity started.
Well, that don't have Christianity has nothing to do with the Bible. You're confounded right now.
Christianity is
Christianity has nothing to do with the Bible and religion, boy. Y'all finna get the wrath, bro.
Then what's Christianity?
Oh no, that's
I'm gonna
irrelevant.
let you
No,
go
it's
ahead and do your
irrelevant.
thing for a minute.
It's
Go ahead,
irrelevant.
Rocky.
What I just told you.
Since you think you
Christianity
on, right?
is not the Bible, so y'all in trouble.
So what's your
So what
doctrine then?
Explain it
What the
then.
Christian father?
Explain
I
it.
ain't explaining nothing to you.
Wow.
You're very ignorant.
So
Wow.
what the Christian father?
I'm letting you stick around on the stream, man. Why
Cause you ain't
being
humble enough, bro.
You being disrespectful, man.
You ain't humble enough. No, I'm not.
I'm the
I'm
Jaguar of
defending my
Benjamin.
folks.
I'm the Jaguar of Benjamin.
A jaguar cannot handle a lion, bro.
Listen to what he's saying, y'all. The Jaguar has the strongest bite power on the planet.
Whoa.
The
We
strongest
the
bite
king,
power on the
but
planet.
who's the king of kings, Lord of Lord? Judah.
That is a
the king,
doctrine.
Lion.
That
Oh
is
yeah.
a doctrine. The
Prove
lion,
it.
I'm proving it every day with my life and with this information, bro.
Where did they
Now
talk
listen,
about you in the scriptures?
Rocky, I just had some guests hop on the line, man. Mute your mic because I'm not trying to argue with you. Ashwa, go ahead and introduce yourself to the live stream. Golden, thank you for joining the live
Yes,
stream.
brother.
We'll get right to you,
Peace.
Golden. Go ahead and mute up.
My name's
Mute up,
Ashwa.
Golden.
I'm from London, England.
Ashwa,
I'll be
good to see
listening
you
to your
again,
live.
Star. Heal, Star. Praise.
Yes, my brother. You know what it is, man. You see, like you see with this doctrine thing, it's like it's shackles on the brains. You understand?
Yes, it
People
is,
need to
Ashwa.
open their mind.
Now look,
You understand?
Ashwa had the lion on his thing before. He changed it after building with me. Tell him, Ashwa.
It's real talk, bro.
Tell
Because when you explain it,
Tell him
everything
why
comes.
you changed. Tell him why you changed. Tell him why you changed your profile picture. Tell him.
Because I heard what you was talking about, and it makes sense, a lot of sense, because the lion ain't even the king of the jungle. He's not from the jungle. What does he? He's not in the jungle. You can't even climb trees or anything. The lion is like
it's a monster cat. It's a Frankenstein.
It's a
cat.
monster. It's like a Frankenstein, as you said, man.
Yeah, it's all big and clumsy and awkward and lazy as hell. I'm just keeping it real.
Thank you.
The conquering lion. It's in the conquering lion. It's in the sentence. The conquering lion. It conquers our people.
Term. Yes, it's hidden right in front of you, but they'll tell you that term represents it's the conquering of good over evil. It's a fraud.
We're the lion and the lamb.
It's a fraud.
Triumph. We're the lion and the lamb. Don't forget the lamb.
Okay, Rocky, hold on, mute up. We're gonna let the Ashwa go ahead and mute up. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're gonna jump to the next guest. Golden, what a honor to have you on the stream. For real, let me give a shout out to the Golden. Because, like, look, I'm going to keep it real with you when I deal with you because I'm all the way hundreds. They call me Mr. 100 on the
They slain Judah. The lamb.
Mute your mic, fam. Mute your mic, please, for a minute because I want to address the star here, Golden. I was trying to send him a gift. I'm going to send you the gift. You know what I mean? Because shout out to the star, to the star seed. Because interacting with this one here, when I started to interact with Golden, like, and I've interacted with different content creators, and each one of them, each zero has had an effect on me. He's not the only zero that has had an effect on me. He had a very powerful impact on me, and I want to give honors and praises. Yet we ended up having a dispute. So we ended up losing connection, and we cursed at me. I wasn't mad, though. He was upset a little bit, and I can get it because we get upset. But I still, again, like with this one here, Golden, he really did it. He might not still say he a Benjamite, but he got the essence. Go ahead, Golden. Introduce yourself to the live stream. It's a pleasure to have you on here. Total sheep. Thank you so much. Praises.
What's up? Peace.
Oh, no, this ain't the same Golden. This ain't Golden. My apologies. Go ahead, though, Golden. You ain't the same Golden. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering where you was going.
Yeah, because there's another brother named Golden. No, you good, though. Go ahead. You was eating that shit up, too. You wasn't even saying nothing. Cut that shit out. Go ahead, Golden.
I take the love. When it's given, I take it.
Hey, no, ain't no love, Golden. Golden, we don't do the word love. There's no such thing as love.
When it's peace, I take the peace.
Yeah, there you go, because love is lust. So what brings you to the live stream, Golden? What's good?
I heard the brother speaking earlier about the Americas not being the ancient land. And I got proof.
Yeah, Golden.
Plenty of proof out here that shows Americas is the ancient land. And we went over there and built them pyramids they have over there. We went over there and built them for them.
That's what we
did.
We
taught them what we know.
That's what we did. We ain't just do that.
I was scattered from the Tower of Babel. That's how the pyramids was everywhere.
We took animals over there. We took dirt over there. We took seeds over there. We took water over there. We took everything over there for real. I'm going to keep it 100 with you.
Yep.
All of it. Look at the Egyptian deities. They're animal heads that are animals from America.
Because they with animals. That's why they had animal heads.
Listen, I'm gonna say it again, fam. The animals that these gods are using in Egypt are animals that come from America. Why do you keep, every time I say something, Rocky, you don't even hear it? Why you keep doing that?
God brought us out of Egypt with a strong hand. He said, Pharaoh, let my people go. We're not from Egypt, bro.
Listen,
I have nothing.
Egypt is, the term Egypt just represents the land of eagles. Okay? If you didn't know that, you know it now. And if you can find more eagles in ancient America than anywhere else on the planet, that's all it represents. Egypt happened, all that story happened in America. When they took the slaves from the south to the north, that was us in Exodus. I don't even see I don't know why you want to continue to argue with me, because America is the place where all those stories that are being told around the earth about this.
What about Exodus? What you just said about Exodus again?
That's the story of the Benjamites.
And they said we're going into Egypt, right? Exodus means exit.
Yeah, when
we
you
went
go into Egypt, they're talking about taking us from the southern continent up into the northern continent.
Whoa, we come from Israel, the garden.
That's the Gulf of Mexico.
What?
So we went into Egypt. So why are we running around with Egyptian customs right now if that's not where we come from?
I just told you that Egypt and those Egyptian customs, that's lunar doctrine mocking the solar gods. I already said that. Why you don't?
But where's proof of that? That's what we was following before we went into Egypt, though.
Look, my man. What we did over here was based off a cycle. Everything was holistic, raw, organic. There was no monsters. There were no mutants. We created these people and these other, they're demigods that were created to serve the planet and to serve Benjamin. So until these other tribes put Benjamin on the throne and you serve the Messiah, you will not get this. Judah is Judas. Yeah, well, no, it's not just in Jamaica. They tell you Benjamin is only in Jamaica, but Benjamin is all over the ancient Americas, ancient Jericho. Because
why won't the Jamaicans come help us, Judah, the niggas in America? Why won't the Haitians come help us? Why won't none of y'all come help us?
Look, we're being squeezed.
Because y'all are not the same.
We
are
not the same. We are the same. Hold on, don't do that on the stream, y'all. Stop that right now. What are you doing, Golden?
I'm glad you gave us an answer.
Golden, don't do that with me.
That's why Christ is.
Hey, Rocky, mute your mic Rocky, mute your mic for a time here, because I'm going to address my man right here. I want to address y'all appropriately, because I've said this and expressed this repeatedly. From the top of the northern continent down to the bottom of the southern continent, all the islands included in between. That's all the tribe of Benjamin. We are a zero people. We are a people of the ancient cycle of light and dark, which is life and heart. Because there is no dark. Dark is the indigo spectrum. Y'all hear that? That's the indigo spectrum of the rainbow. We are a conglomerate over here. So you don't want to separate us no more. You don't want to separate us no more. That's my hat. Yeah, I just got in that bad boy right here, the crown. You don't want to separate us no more. What's up, Si? You get some fruit, family. You got to go get some fruit, my man. You get some fruit today? Please get some fruit, buddy. We're not separating. That was my son, Josiah. Shout out to Josiah. We're not separating the Benjamites no more. Okay? We're not going to do that. Benjamin is the so-called Black American. All over the ancient Americas. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamites. It's always been.
I just want to say sight.
You just want to say what? Your mic muted up. Go ahead and say it again, Rocky.
No, I'm serious. Like, bro, why you doing that, bro?
I don't understand what you're talking about right now. I'm not doing anything. I'm a Jaguar priest.
Okay,
I'm a Jaguar priest.
Are you saying that we're just Benjamites just because you find out that Judah was a traitor? But
no, because I look at the very nature of our people, and I studied the story of Benjamin, and I look at how our people perform all across the continents of America. We dominate every aspect of everything on earth.
We should be more like them. They are supposed to show us the way.
I'm gonna say it again, fam. Jamaicans.
Your nationality not going to change. You're still a Negro.
Fam. I am not a Negro. What are you talking about? A Negro.
What is your ID?
Wow, fam. Hold on. Listen, you got to slow down, G.
You in captivity. You lying. What does your ID say?
Wow. You doing a lot. You need
It
to
says
really slow
black,
down.
and that's not even a race.
Listen, once again, I am not Negro, black, colored, Indian, African.
What does your ID say, sir?
That is a ID being used to partake in a system.
You can't beat captivity?
Look, my man, I'm not here to do that with you. You keep trying to fight with me. I'm not here to fight with you. Okay, Rocky, honestly, my name is Joshua. There is no more fighting with my people. Okay, now if you want to get right, again, if you want to get on into this state, because if you want to partake in the exercising of our state in ancient America, you have to pay homage to Benjamin. And until you put Benjamin back on the throne, there will be war between y'all tribes of Jacob. Go ahead and unmute your mic, Lavarius, and introduce yourself to the live stream, please, if you will.
Hey, bring it on.
No, I'm not in the war
How
with y'all.
y'all doing? I'm the couple LeVar, right?
Okay.
I only got
I
guys
agree with a lot
on.
of things that you saying to the host, because like if you really think about it, man, they like to always try to like Europeanize, you know, our religions.
But not just that, they Africanize it too. They Africanize it too. Come on.
That too. They do it all. But let's be honest, like I understand the brother got some indigenous in him, but you also got to realize, brother Rocky, that you also got some African in you.
No, we do
So,
not.
like,
I do not have no African in me. I predate Africans.
Right.
I will never
I
in
mean,
my
you
life.
You can
Look,
say that. I'm
he
just
might-
going off of
he
what
might-
the Heckler
No,
group saying.
laborious.
That's the only thing I'm
He
saying.
might definitely have it.
No,
No, ancient. Listen, hold on, stop. Y'all not gonna do that in here, because I already expressed this and explained this. So-called Black Americans are not African American. We predate African. We predate.
Right. I mean, yeah, I do understand that, brother. I do. I'm
But
kind of
you
saying the
just
same
said that
thing.
on the
Like,
panel, fam. What are you doing?
yeah, but they both though. You've been mixing, bro. I'm not finna.
No, I'm
put
not
no
mixed.
propaganda.
There is no such thing as someone
I'm not
being
finna
mixed.
put no propaganda out there. So you
There
can
is
block
no
me if you
such
want to,
thing
brother.
as
But I
us
swear to
being
God,
mixed.
I don't stand for propaganda.
Laborious,
I got a
I'm
question
not
for
here
you,
to fight
LeVar.
with you. No,
LeVar,
forget that. I'm
where
not
are
here to
you
fight
right
with this
now?
dude.
What
I'm
state
not
you
here
in,
to fight.
LeVar?
My mother
No,
got
I'm dropping that.
African
I'm
in her.
dropping
My
that dude.
motherfucker.
I'm dropping that dude. I have to, because he wants to really fight. You can hear it all in him. He's ready to fight because I'm not an African. Africans want to fight you. I'm not your African.
I agree with you on that one, bro.
I'm not. I'm not here to fight with you. I'm here to enlighten you.
I think that our mother is Native American, but our father is Hebrew, bro.
Listen, all that Hebraic stuff is Shemitic. That's all a hijack, G.
Shemitic, that has nothing to do with Hebrew.
Look, it's the same deal. Hebraic.
No.
Your Hebraic tongue sounds very similar to Shemitic.
I know it sounds similar.
Oh my
Ancient
goodness,
Hebrew
Rocky,
is
come
different.
on, man. Listen to
I'm
what
just
we're
telling you,
doing,
bro.
man. You keep saying it sounds similar, then you keep fighting it.
It's just not the truth. I'm just saying it's not the same, sir.
You're not. It's not even connecting. You're not Olympic ringing with me right now. We have to Olympic ring. We're supposed to connect like Olympic rings, and it's not working.
Host.
Hold on,
You don't believe in the
Rocky. I
Bible,
do.
so that
Listen, I already told you the Bible is a story about my people. I am the Bible.
explain more. Okay, so are you the people? Like, so it's about your people. So you are Hebrew as Moses was, right?
Look, I said I'm a Benjamite. I don't claim.
What happened to Moses? Like your people?
I don't claim no term name. I don't claim that term. I don't rep that term.
But do you believe that Moses was one? When the lady found him?
Look, Moses, I don't deal with that doctrine of Moses. I don't do it.
Okay, that's the line I come
listen,
from.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. Moses wasn't allowed to get into the promised land. Only Joshua got in.
Yeah.
We know that. We know that.
What was I gonna say? So since I'm Muslim, I want you to convince me that being a part of the Benjamite is the way.
Well, you just got to look at how we've had such an impact on this planet, and how our listen. I'm breaking it down, y'all. Our people. This is a jade figurine holding a jaguar baby. A jaguar baby. They're called the were-jaguar people. Our people, right now, all around the planet, our culture is being venerated. Everyone from around the planet. What would happen to you if you was to really realize that Benjamin is the Messiah? You will activate and you will enhance your vessel, because again, if you study, you have to study Benjamin. You have to study our people. Study us. Study how we play games. Study how we listen. Abdul, no, stop. You asked the question and I'm going to answer it.
All right, my bad. Sorry.
Because you asked how, and I'm telling you.
Sorry.
You have to study Benjamin. Study why we're the fastest. Study why we're the strongest. why most of the world's inventions are coming from the so-called Black Americans. Study that. Study why our theater, our music, our movies, our recipes, everything of us is being mocked around the earth right now. Ain't nobody worried about no celebrity, no people in no other parts of this planet. Look, they want to know what Shaq's doing. They want to know what Denzel Washington, anything over here. Anything over here, our music, all these new rappers. Rap was always being used like that. All the soul music, the R&B, the jazz, all of it, all the inventions. I already expressed this. You study Benjamin, you're studying the messianic power of the planet, and you will enhance your vessel because you're studying the actual jaguar, the real panther, the real pantera, the breath of time, the panter, all the power of the animals. That's the jaguar priest. So again, you asked a good question. That was a very, very powerful question, and I'm thankful that you asked it because I was allowed to answer it so effectively. You want to know how? You study us. And again, go look. If you look at the Olympic medals right now, I've said this so many times. The amount of Olympic medals won by North America almost triples the next amount in line. And it almost triples because we have our bones and our fibers and muscles and tendons, everything's constructed more advanced. It is. It is. And we're the males are more well endowed than any other male on the planet. The female have like the greatest busts and the greatest rears and the greatest aura. We're physically and anatomically, our statures are built by God. We're the gods. So our genome sequences are unknown. That's your Benjamin. Look, the $100 bill is named after Benjamin Franklin. But it's not what you think. Why did they put that name on the most powerful dollar on the planet? Again, that term Benjamin is everywhere.
It's not the strongest currency on the planet.
What are you talking about? Everyone on the planet comes to America to get the dollar. Now, I know that there are other dollars like two. Listen, hold on, my man. There are other dollars right now, two other currencies that they say are worth more. But the dollar that's in the circulation the most is the American dollar. Undoubtedly.
Yeah, and trading, etc. Yeah, I agree with you.
Abdul, come on, fam. Why do you think it's the strongest dollar? Because of the blood and bone of the so-called blacks in America. That's why. The Benjamins. Yeah.
But
So again,
see, it's
listen, my man. If you play soccer, if you play baseball, if you play basketball, if you play football, or any rubber ball game, our people dominate every rubber ball game. They pay these athletes almost billions now. What about the music? They do it too. The rappers are billionaires now. Ain't no people in no other part of the earth becoming billionaires rapping or playing ball. Only here. But why? Why?
But
why does listen, fam, you're denying it. Why all over the planet you have doorknobs? You know who invented the doorknob? A so-called Black American. Why all over the planet people are using cell phones? Guess who invented your cell phone? A so-called black man from ancient America, a so-called African American. His name is Jesse Russell. Who gave you the binary code to surf the web? Emmett McHenry. Y'all can go look this stuff up. I'm gonna do the clips and run it back because he asked me what makes a Benjamite a Messiah. How can you find out if Benjamin's the Messiah? Just study our people. We're the Jaguar people. We're the children of the X, the solar deities, our blood. Facts on facts on facts. Okay. So I'm sure I probably addressed your question.
Facts. Thank you. Yeah. So who created existence?
Well, look at what you're saying. The X is tense. Who created that X? That's your sheep. That's Benjamin. That's those who have the power of the cross. Those who bear the cross. And the crown is, the head is heavy, the crown is upon. See? And I bear the cross. The cross is the power of the solar system. It's this information right now. It is so intense to have this information on my life, y'all. Look, it's not a burden. It is just so powerful. Like I know how to do things now that I never knew how to do before. Because I'm activating. I come from lightning. I'm lightning. We are the sons of lightning. I am the son of Noon, Joshua Emmanuel, Jaguar of the tribe of Benjamin.
So the children of X are the one who created existence.
Well, again, we are a primordial bloodline. So yes, we created seeds. We created animals. We brought up lands from the water. I'm telling you, I might not be able to do it in this body, but I promise you, I do certain things that are supernatural in this physical realm, in this physical stature, in this anatomical body. But when I get outside of this and I'm in my real body, which is my kinetic, etherical, my astral body, you'll be doing things that, man, you'll make the waters recede. You'll make the waters rise. You can bring up them lands from them waters. You can create, we'll be able to create things again from the ether. Okay? Because the only Benjamin can do that, Abdul. So again, death is not an illusion. Death is not real. It's an illusion. Death is a mere transference of your ether, exiting out of your carnal, your flesh, and you go back into soul mode.
So flesh is what's limiting you to what?
Absolutely. Now look, flesh, but it's only limited to a point there. You're only limited it so far because you tap in through your powers from your temple. You have to fast. You have to rid yourself of all the parasitical doctrine. You have to rid yourself of all the parasitical foods. You do. And these are all targets that they put on us, the Benjamites in America. They taught you that soul food is the cooking and seasoning of bones and blood and flesh. That is not soul food, y'all. No way. Soul food is SOL food, food from the sun. That's raw and alkaline and electric. I told y'all, eating flesh, eating birds, eating cows, eating chickens, eating bugs. That is a blood sacrifice. The moment you ingest flesh, your body bursts into inflammation. Your intestinal tract is not designed to process flesh. It's not short because the Panthers, they shortened their tract because they had the long ones too. They weren't ingesting flesh. They only started to do that when the frequency dropped and they had to survive because they were being hunted. I'm gonna do a live stream about this too, Ashra. I'm gonna do a live stream about how in America they were paying people to give you jaguar skins because the jaguar was all over the Americas. The jaguar was everywhere over America, even over in Alaska, Canada, Greenland, all of it. The jaguar was everywhere, and they were paying people to bring in skins.
Okay, so if
I got a live stream coming up about that, y'all. Go ahead, Abdul.
So if eating animals is blood sacrifice, then what happens if when panthers eat other animal species?
Well, I already expressed to you the fact that a panther's teeth and intestinal tract, right? You think that they're designed to ingest the flesh, and they are at this current moment in existence. Yet there was a time on this planet when our panthers used their sharp fangs to husk coconuts, to tear into roots, to tear at bark, to get to the second layer of cambium, which is nutritious and dense. Their intestinal tracts weren't short. They were long. These cats know how to morph their body. But when you still look at us, we still have the teeth to grind. We don't have sharp teeth. Our intestinal tracts are so long and they're designed to process plants. Because I am a planet, which is a plant. Every plant is a planet. And every child of the plant is a child that's a planet. I am a solar god. I told you. I'm a star. So animals was never meant to be food. A food is a mood. A mood, that's a plant. Plants are food. But the alkaline plants, you can't be out here eating Frankenstein food.
That's right.
Just like there's Frankenstein animals, just like there's Frankenstein people, there's Frankenstein food.
Okay, so you said you're God, but then see, this is where I disagree with
Well,
you.
you got to know what the word God means, Abdul. God is a word that is being used on this planet to describe the almighty power of existence. So when you go to the etymological root of the word God, you'll see that it comes from the old German Gud, which is pronounced gut, gut, gut. Now, when you look at this word gut, it means to invoke, to call upon, to create. So when you say the word God, all it means is to create. It's power. God means power. Now, the word gut, G-U-T, actually is very closely related to the word G-O-D and G-U-D.
Okay, what about Allah?
Now, listen, again, my man, you're asking questions and I'm telling you, you really activate God through your gut. And that's through what you put in this oracle, in this orifice, this portal, because these are portals. And you transfer the essence of eternity through these portals because there is no death. So we move matter through each hole as a whole, but it has to be holistic. You hear this? Animals are not food, fam. They are companions. The animals was always our companions, y'all.
Companions?
They are our companions.
They're their minds are nothing like us.
That's not true. That's not true, Abdul. It's not. It's not true.
Then let them solve 1 + 1.
Listen, first of all, can you solve 1 + 1?
Yes, 1 + 1 = 2.
No, it does not.
Yes.
No, it does not.
How come it doesn't?
Go look up. Go look up this new. It's not new though. It's ancient because you're forgetting about the entity in between. The plus. It counts, buddy.
It's 3. There's no way people are saying 3.
Listen, Abdul. Once again, I'm past the doctrine. Just like I don't start counting from 1. I start counting from 0.
Okay,
I'm the Mr. 100 man.
Okay, so ask them to solve 0 + 0. Can they solve it?
Fam, that's cycle to cycle. It will make another cycle.
Can they build?
So 0 to 0 will bring you another cycle.
Okay, can they build the buildings that we live in?
Well, the technology around this earth, the most prominent tech is found in ancient America.
But can these animals build the buildings?
Oh, can the animals? Well, again, they serve purposes during the construction of temples, of course. They absolutely do.
So they can build where I'm living right now.
They can do a lot. The natural animals, the natural ones. There's only certain animals that are natural. When you go look at the prehistoric animals in ancient America, you can find the natural animals. Like we have the oldest lion, so-called lion. The oldest so-called lion comes from ancient America. It's known as the Panthera atrox. This is documented. They'll tell you that this so-called lion went extinct. They tell you everything over here went extinct, but it's a fraud because this is the elder land. I've already expressed this so many different times, fam.
Yeah, I disagree with you, honestly, to be honest.
So wait, what do you disagree with? What are you disagreeing with?
With everything, animals being disciples.
Listen, animals are companions.
Animals being companions.
Yeah, they're friends. I have an animal right here. His name is Keyquan. He is a puppy that I just got. He's a Chihuahua rat terrier. This dog is so intelligent. This dog is, oh my goodness, and I don't feed it meat. The animal eats all plants. And this animal is so full of emotion and drive and power. But this is a canine, yet we did this with felines. We lived with panthers. We lived with them. And I promise you, there's a time coming back to this planet when I will be living with my panthers again. It's here right now.
So this pet that you have right now,
his name is Keyquan.
Keyquan. Okay, you know that Keyquan is bad for you. His saliva is very bad.
Not at all. That's what they tell you. Now, I don't let the dog put his saliva on me. He don't lick me. I don't allow him to do it. He tries to be affectionate. And I know about that, how they tell you that dog saliva and all that. I get it. Okay. Yet again, I have one pet. This is the first time I've had a pet in a while. This is one of the initial times I've had a pet. I had another one prior, but it was like 20 years ago. So this time around, like I get it though. I see what they try to put this having a pet, like they want you to be in a scary vibe having a pet, but it's not scary. The dog
No.
dogs don't get you sick. They
But
don't, and
they have diseases.
dogs don't have to eat meat. I don't feed my animal flesh, so-called meat. And again, I'm not here to regurgitate indoctrination, Abdul. Animals are companions. Every last
Animals
one of them. They are companions.
Interesting.
They are put on this planet to help us, to serve us for real, and we serve them.
And who put everything on the planet?
The Benjamites.
The Benjamites.
The Benjamites.
Was this before animals were domesticated or what? Or did they make the domesticated animals or the ones before?
The domesticated animals, if you're looking at these animals that are domesticated, they're experiments. They're experiments. Yaqub, that's Jacob doing the experiments.
Do you believe they hold diseases, domesticated animals?
Listen, I don't do diseases. So if you get sick, if you have a dis-ease, it's from something you put in your mouth or something you didn't put in your mouth, or you're breathing wrong, because sickness isn't real. The moon is
domesticated.
The moon is sickness. The chicken is a monster, a bird. It's a Frankenstein bird. Why you think they're all white? Anything white, anything so-called white, that's an animal. It's a mutated bird animal. Anything white, they got pink eyes too. That bird was made in the laboratory. That's why when you eat chicken, it's full of arsenic. Chicken is so bad, man. Them birds is crazy as hell too, and they make people crazy. That's why people that eat chicken, they act crazy. When you go to ancient Mexico, there's a temple down there called Chichen Itza. When you go to ancient Mexico, they revere that bird, the original one though, with the red one, with the red cap and the dark fur, the carboniferous feathers, rather. The chicken is revered in Mexico. Write that down now. We don't eat birds.
It's a Frankenstein bird.
Yeah, I told you. Birds. Look, if it's white and it's a bird, it's a mutated animal. If it's white and it's a cow, it's a mutant. If it's a pig, pigs are definitely mutant. Not boars, pigs. But again, all these animals that are designed, even the ones that are hybrid, they're created to be companions, y'all. You don't eat them. You don't eat them.
You, brother. Even that toxic potato, that white potato, what McDonald's
uses.
Right,
we don't eat potatoes. Now, if you eat potatoes, you get to that red rose, the red rose potato. It comes from Lake Titicaca out of ancient America. We got all the ancient foods. The original potato was a red rose, little red potato. It was real carboniferous. I still find them sometimes, and I ingest them. It's hard to find them for real, though, the organic ones. Yo, thank you so much for the live stream, y'all. We about to jump down here in a few. We about to hit 100 shares. Oh, we hit over 300 shares. Wow. But we're going to hit 100K up here. The water's about to get in the building. We just had another guest jump on the panel, Ghetto Youth. Thank you for jumping on the panel. My name is...
Yeah. Thank you. One love.
Joshua Emmanuel. I represent the Jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. No love, and we don't do the number one. When we start from zero, love is a hex. Love is a spell. Ghetto Youth, you got a lot of background feed. You got to try to minimize the background. It's too much. If you're on Bluetooth, it's going to have the background.
Yeah, to be honest, I know.
All right, there you go, Ghetto Youth. There you go. That's good.
Train.
Introduce yourself to the live. Abdul, mute your mic. Go ahead, Ghetto. Go ahead, Ghetto Youth. Ghetto Youth, introduce yourself to the live stream.
I said I'm in the train, so that is why the noise. Yeah.
Oh, so you're in
the
Ghetto
Youth from One Love family. Yeah, I'm a Ghetto Youth from One Love family.
Okay, thank you for joining the live stream, Ghetto Youth. Thank you for joining the live stream. I need you to mute up. Go ahead and mute up because there's a lot of feedback. I'm gonna go ahead and mute your mic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining the. Thank you for joining the live stream, Ghetto Youth. No disrespect, but I'm going to get to the closing of this stream. Hold on. Let me make sure my back door is unlocked from out the water, y'all. Hold on.
Hey, man, I think you should just check Islam and...
Once again, Islam is an Abrahamic religion that's designed to keep you away from yourself here in America. I don't knock no one.
Why is everything America?
Yeah, because America is the utopia. This is the motherland. It's all centered from here. We're at the center of it all. The Gulf of Mexico is the center of creation. It is where creation initiated. It's where you have like your first insemination from the solar system down into this realm. That's why when you look at the Gulf of Mexico, it looks like a Q. It's shaped like a Q. And that Q is really it's a seed inseminating an egg. The waters, it's the waters of the fires of the solar system inseminating the waters of this earth. Did y'all hear what I just said? The Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, it's Mr. 100, y'all. I do the livest live streams on TikTok.
Yeah.
The livest live streams on TikTok. We the Jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. The Jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. I've been banned so many times on this platform because I profess the truth. Now, what I was doing before, I was doing a lot of arguing with people, and it was too much strife. Because we're not here to argue with people. I am an ancient Benjamite. This is a Jaguar figurine right here. And these people always express the X in their symbology and their imagery. This is your panther carrying the cross right now. Tap the screen and share the stream, y'all. It's the God. Thank you so much for everybody joining the live stream. It's been an honor to be in y'all presence. I got a massive stream coming up about Bob Marley, y'all, and about reggae music. You're going to have to buckle in for that one because it's going to be a woozy. Yeah. And it's going to stir up a lot of different emotion from people who don't want to lose the doctrine of this one love, of this lunar teaching of being clocked by a clock. And
don't give us that love spell. You said one love. That's a spell now.
Yeah, love is a spell. When you spell love backwards, it's a sex hex word. And they want you to tell everybody you love them. That's why how can you say to the woman that you fornicate with, you love her, then you're going to turn around and look at the sun and be like, I love you. You know, it's not even working. It doesn't connect. This term is established on this planet to promote the doctrine of David and Solomon. That's why people use this word everywhere. The word David,
Shalom.
The word David means love.
Shalom means peace. We should use that.
Well,
in ancient Hebrew.
My daughter's name is Serenity, so I definitely exalt a lot of Shiloh or the Shalom. You know what I mean? The Selam, the peace. But yet again, if in order to have peace, fam, you have to have order. And on the only time we ever had this order, the only essence of order comes from zero. It starts with the zero, Rocky. There is no love. It starts with the zero, and there's respect, there's honor. And you have to respect, you have to honor our place in the tribes. Benjamin is at the helm. Benjamin was always at the helm. The story expresses why Benjamin was at the helm. Because of who Benjamin is, what Benjamin represents. Israel. I've already said this. Benjamin represents Israel. Benjamin is the only child of Israel. All the rest are the deceivers. They come from Jacob. Every other tribe. The tribe of Benjamin comes from the Cuba of Allah. You see this? This is where you have your insemination.
Wait a minute, the Cuba who?
Look, I'm showing you. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Well, I told you.
Who is Allah?
That's the God.
Of who?
That is the primordial creator's blood. It's just
where you get that knowledge from?
I'm looking at the screen right now. I'm showing you. I'm telling you. Every Abrahamic religion is mocking the messiahs. I already said this.
ALLA from Aramaic is different from ALAH from
but the very term
Arabic.
Allah, what it represents is it's a supreme deity.
Oh, but that guy didn't have a son, so that's a problem.
I'm just saying that when you say Allah, it represents a supreme deity, does it not?
But that represents a guy that doesn't have a son, but he created mother and father and everybody else.
It don't matter what deity it is, y'all. They're mocking solar gods. We come from the Gulf of Mexico, y'all. This is the origin of Earth civilization. Listen, my man, the Gulf of Mexico controls the world's ocean's currents, Rocky.
It's just the Allah part that's bothering me, man.
Listen, the term is just the term I'm using because I'm looking at this Cuba. When you look at Cuba, where Cuba is placed within the islands of America, there it's called Cuba for a reason. It's the Kaaba. It's the insemination, y'all. It's the insemination of God onto the earth. That's what this part of the planet represents. Yes.
What, Elohim?
Benjamin is Elohim. Yeah, I did that on TikTok, y'all. Thank you so much for your support and all your guidance from the ancestors and from everybody that's here in the present, everyone that's there in the past, and everyone that will be here in the future. I am your ancient messianic blood, Benjamin. I am the jaguar of the tribe of Benjamin. I got to drop down here, y'all. We're going to hit the 100K and I'm going to drop down. I got my water coming in the building. If there wasn't anything else, Rocky, again, follow me on the platform if you want. You don't got to. You can.
Yeah, I've been following you, bro.
Okay, so, but again, I'm hoping that, you know, the more that we interact and you don't react as, you know, as much, because you don't have to react a lot. If you're Judah, you're Judah. But you can't remove who Benjamin is.
Right.
No way.
Vice versa. All right.
Absolutely. Give
about
thanks for the breath, y'all.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Now, if there wasn't anything else, y'all can go ahead and drop down. But if you have something else you want to express, that's fine. You can present it. If not, you can go ahead and drop down, because I got to get to the youth. My water's going to be entering in the building before we hit, right after we hit the 100K. Now, again, I want to get to the, before we exit, I got to remind the Benjamites to loose themselves of flesh. You have to stop ingesting flesh. Okay? And hybrid foods. Because fruits aren't hybrid. Now, if it's a hybrid fruit, like I said, it ain't even a fruit. And I'm going to Benjamites. I'm speaking to the Benjamites. I'm gonna recommend that you fast, and that you fast from doctrine as well, not just from matter, but you fast from doctrine. You fast from sound, from sight, from all the senses. You fast, and you be still. You be still, and you allow yourself to heal. And you have some good doctrine that you can study. But remember, you're studying yourself. I would say get all the doctrine. Gather all the texts that you can. And I'm going to put a video up about showing all my different texts, y'all, so y'all can know to get some of these same texts. I'm going to put this video up. You can follow me on all social media platforms. No, I'm not lost at all. And if someone tries to tell me I'm lost, it means that you're not found. Because you never want to tell somebody else they're lost. Don't do that. Help the situation. Don't try to hurt the situation. Because all you want to do by telling me I'm lost, so you can pimp me. You want to pimp me. You ain't pimping me. They've been pimping Benjamin for way too long. So a fast, y'all. Now, if you can't fast completely from just nothing, that's fine. I get it. Do a fruit fast, or an organic alkaline fruit fast, where you just stop eating flesh and just start on fruits and herbs, and start to remove the mucus that's in your temple, the putrid mucus, okay, of ingesting flesh, because flesh gives you mucus. It does. What's up, beautiful? What's up with you? That's the hat that we just got in. Thank you for entering the building, beautiful. It's always a pleasure to see you. Her name's Journey Serenity, y'all. Journey Serenity. And that's what y'all need to do. Travel peacefully. Travel peacefully. Do the detox. Watch out for the moons. Now, go ahead and drop down if y'all ain't sharing anything else, because I gotta end this live stream. Now, I do live streams Monday through Sunday. Go ahead, Rocky. If you're not saying anything else, just drop down. If you have something else to express, that's fine. Same with you, Ashwa. Go ahead and drop down if you don't have nothing else to interject with, because we're going to hit the 100K, and then I'm going to move forward. And once again, from the zero again, I do live streams Monday through Sunday. If I can get on here, Monday through Sunday, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., between the hours of Oh, I gotta warm up the car, buddy. Between the hours of 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. So let me go warm up the car for the star. Look, keep tapping until we hit that 100, Zay. Keep tapping until we hit the 100, Zay. Excuse me, y'all. Keep tapping until we hit the 100K, Zay. Benjamin, keep tapping until we hit the 100K so I can drop down. It's Mr. 100. Thank you so much for your essence, y'all, for your emissions. Because remember, we're here to lift the lunar doctrine. We're here to remove this parasitical teaching that you have a time, that there's money, that there's months, that we come from monkeys. That's all parasitical doctrine, okay? Established by careless Ethiopians, established by this lunar lunacy. Giving thanks for the Benjamites. I'll get right to it, sir. Tap the screen so we can hit 100K, y'all. Tap the screen so we get 100K so I can drop down, y'all. Keep tapping till we hit 100K, y'all. Tap till we hit 100K, y'all. 100K, we out of here, Mr. 100. Jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. Keep tapping, let's hit 100. Mr. 100's in the building. Tap the screen, share the stream. I'm looking for my car key, y'all. Where the hell is this car key? I gotta go warm up the whip. Jaguars of the tribe of Benjamin. I'm gonna hit the 100K, we're gonna drop down. We hit that 100K? Yeah, we hit the 100K. Thank you so much, y'all. I gotta drop down, I gotta find a car key. I'm your host with the most, Joshua Emmanuel.
which is the original language.
We have many different languages. I want to say this right now.